world and welcome to HaXeZ, where I try to simplify cybersecurity. It's been a while. I believe the last time I recorded was back in November. A lot has been going on and I do apologise for not uploading much content. It's just been really busy. Probably create a separate video to explain what I've been up to, what's been going on. But yeah, new digs, work was mental, a lot has happened. But anyway, we are back, and to ease back into things, we're going to do a nice short and sweet video. We're going to look at HaXeZ site again, and we're going to do extended basic mission number 3. So extended basic missions, they're like your basic missions, but they're a bit more programming orientated. So yeah, some skill of programming is required. I wouldn't say you have to be an expert programmer. Again, I'm a terrible programmer, which you'll probably realize by the time I finish this explanation of how to solve this challenge. But as long as you sort of know how variables work and how basic operations work, you should be fine to go through these challenges. So yeah, the challenge creator says, oftentimes you will need to decipher a language which you cannot find on Google or is encrypted in some way. I've made up a language for you to decipher what is the output of this program. So as you can see, we've got a number of lines here, and what they're saying is say if you're hacking into a computer, into a server somewhere, you may come across a language that you've never seen before, or some script that you've never seen before. Again, I'm not sure how common bespoke languages are these days. Everybody sort of sticks to sort of, you know, what's tried and tested, right? But I'm sure some people out there, you know, and it just helps, I suppose, to sort of being able to logically break down applications or scripts and understand how they work. Now, with that said, I've gone through this multiple ways, and the only way where I can reach the correct answer differs from how everybody else has explained it online, in my opinion. I've watched a number of videos and I've read a number of guides, and it doesn't really explain it in the way that I'm going to. But here we go. If you, again, well, let's just start. So the beginning of the program says begin. So this just denotes the start of the program. And then we have create int as 2. Then we have destroy int as 0. Then we have ants var as create plus 2. And then we have out 2. So what's the easy things? First of all, begin. That's saying start the program, I assume. Just it denotes the beginning of the code, denotes the beginning of the program. And the end is fairly self-explanatory as well. It's outputting 2 to screen, or printing it, or echoing it. So it's saying whatever the value is 2, whatever the value of 2 is, print to screen. Now, so we already can see that variables are sort of being capitalized, perhaps. And these sort of values here, integers, you know, mathematical values, so strings, they're sort of, they seem to be lowercase. This one here appears to be quite deceptive. But if we go through it line by line, so we're starting a program, create int as 2. Now this could be interpreted in multiple ways, I believe. So firstly, if you could just take it at face value and say create an integer with the value of 2. But then we're saying on the next line, destroy the integer as 0. So that goes from 2 back down to 0, right? And then it's saying add to 2 and output 2. So if we take a logic jump there, we can say the value would be 0, which is wrong. But if we go through it again, now when I did C# back in uni or college, I remember creating variables where you put the name of the variable first, you declare its type, and then you put the value in. So what I see here is create can be treated as a variable that's an integer, and we're setting the value of that variable to 2. And then also destroy could also be another variable, integer as value 0, and then we're saying take the value of create and add it to the variable 2 and then print out 2, which gives us the correct answer. It does sort of work out that way. Now I could be being completely wrong here, because you could also say, oh, is as the variable. So then you're saying create int as. So you're creating a variable with an integer value of 2. The variable is called as. Then you're saying destroy int as 0. So again, could be taken two ways. So you could be saying destroy, which might be subtract 0 from as, or you could be saying like destroy it all and convert it to 0, and then as var as create plus 2. So again, I'm not really sure. So you could be saying, okay, that's a variable as, and then create plus 2. So you're saying create a variable with 2. Yeah. Again, my way, it just seems to work out logically. You're saying that's a variable, that's a variable. So whatever you're doing with destroy doesn't matter. You're creating a variable called destroy int as 0, and it has no impact on this final calculation where you're saying take the value of create and add it to 2. Again, I could be like completely wrong, and if you've got any other theories or any other walkthroughs or breakdowns, then feel free to share them with me. I'd love to actually understand what's going on here. Again, I'm not a great programmer at all. I can script a little bit, but definitely not enough to write complex applications. But yeah, so ans var as create equals 2. To me, that's saying take create, add it to 2, output 2, which would be 2, check, and we do get the right answer. Now, regardless of how my logic worked out, I still got to the correct answer somehow. So I feel like it is doing sort of what I have explained it to be. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. I'd definitely love to hear some other theories. Again, you know, the more we know, eh? But yeah, give me a thumbs up, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.